Alright, so it's your boy Lost Angel of Havoc. I'm about to grab all my seasonings for my steak. These are my steaks. Generally, you want to cook with something that's very, very red. These we thought them out because we thought we were gonna have dinner last night, and we ended up neither of us felt like cooking last night. So anyway, as you can see, they kind of sat for a little bit, but still very red in between there, so it still should be very good. So let me show y'all what I'm about to use to season this bad boy. So I always got your basics: salt. I use sea salt. I'll use your pepper. Then you're gonna have I use a steak rub, so Grill Master steak rub. This is pretty much my go-to main seasoning. It's very, very good. It's what my homie Secrets used when he first taught me how to make steak. And then going to the ingredients, as you can see, there we go. So it has garlic, other spices and herbs, including pepper and salt as well. So you definitely want to go easy on salt, but I'll get into that. But onion, paprika, so it's got a lot of good stuff in there. Then I always add a little rosemary. And where the fuck is my oregano? There we go. And oregano. So these are my right here. So as you can see, this is basically, salt, pepper, steak rub, Grill Master steak rub, rosemary, and oregano. All things you can find in, your neighborhood giant or whatever. I'm going to try to do this as best I can. Move everything out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing with the steaks. Bear with me. There we go. Alright, so got your steaks right here. So I always add, my salt. I always add salt first. You want to go light on it, not too much salt. And big tip, you want to have your meat sitting out for at least 20 minutes out of the refrigerator, before you cook it. So I just added salt. We're going to add my pepper. Again, you want to go light on the pepper as well. Just enough. So now we're going to add the steak rub. That's what it looks like. You want to just get in there pretty good, and this is going to be the bulk of the seasoning you use. And the reason why we call it a rub is you want to rub it in. You want to just make sure you spread it out in there. Get it. Didn't know what the fuck that was. So you want to basically, rub it in, get all that in there. Alright, so that's that. Then we add our rosemary. So again, you want to just do a little bit of rosemary. I recommend the smaller rosemary leaves over the larger ones, just because the larger ones are going to become a mess. Then I finalize the side with a bit of oregano. And then once you add the oregano, you want to, again, rub that in a little bit. Make sure you want to. The biggest thing is with the seasoning is making sure it's all nice and evenly spread throughout the meat. Alright. So there we go. So alright. So that's one side. Let do the other side. Clean my hands off. My rice is going ham. Just check on that for a second. Alright, so let me stir my black beans a little bit. Now, I had started a scope earlier, but then I realized it'd probably be easier just to do the steak. Just because I'm the type of person I like to do whatever is going to take the least amount of time last. That way I can serve a hot meal. Meals are always best when they're hot. There's some freaks of nature out there that like to eat shit cold, and I can't do it. I'm not the one. So I currently have rice and black beans on to go with the steak. And my rice, I believe, is working its way to done. So I'm going to put that on low. I'm going to show you all that in a second. Anyway, back to the steak. So again, we're going to flip that over. And go right back to work. So again, we had our salt, very light. Boom. Oops, probably put a little bit too much on that side. That's all right since it's a thicker meat. Thicker meat. Boom. So pepper. Then you want to add your steak rub. Make sure you get all of that on there so you can rub it in later. And then again, this is very basic stuff. You can, tweak it to your liking, whatever you prefer. So again, you just rub it in there, rub it in, get it all. I love to tell you what type of steak this is, but throw away the packaging. But here we go. So just again, you want to make sure you get it all nice up in there, nice and even. And this is probably gonna be very good, very bad. Anyway, so I'm gonna steak rub added. Now we're gonna just add rosemary, a bit of rosemary, and then so that was a little bit more rosemary than I wanted, and add your oregano. And shout out to my homie Secrets of Havoc for teaching me this method. I can follow him on here. It's at Secrets of Havoc 1. Yeah, we get together and he's like my official, unofficial culinary teacher. But now that we got the oregano on, again, just like the other side, we want to spread it out as evenly as possible. Make sure it, it's all nice and smooth. And at the same time, you want to now turn your pot on, or pan rather. So you want to make sure that's on. So, yeah. All right. Now, you have the pan on Now, we have the pan on high, and you want to put it on high. I'm going to put my seasonings back. You want to get it ready to just get a great sear on both sides of the steak. Generally, when you get a good sear, a lot of times after that, you just want to finish it off in the oven, and hopefully that's not the case, but these bitches are pretty thick. But yeah, so and that's how you want it to look, more or less. See, I got my rice, my black beans ready to go. Good eating on deck. And you want it on high. When you test the pan, just alright, so it's not ready yet. We want the pan to be, starting out, we want the pan to be definitely hot enough to get a sear, but we don't want to sear one side too fast or sear either side too fast, because what will happen is you end up cooking one side too fast and you don't really get it. You still end up with rare when you're trying to reach medium rare or whatever. And now we're going to get up. I'm going to show you guys the second half of my ingredients for this. So we have olive oil, butter, and Worcestershire sauce. Now, the olive oil is for, obviously, the actual cooking of the steak in the pan. The butter and Worcestershire sauce act as the glaze and, you know, kind of just the oomph of the steak. So, don't know what the fuck I just did. So, that is, you know, what we're going to be getting into. And, I'm going to try to keep you guys somewhere close so y'all can see what I'm about to do. Okay, so yeah, got my phone very kind of precariously hooked. By the way, shameless plug, laid up apparel coming soon. So pan should be about ready. Okay, I'm not doing that again. So, what's up, babe? She said message her. Remy, Victoria's about to message you. Okay. Okay. That's better. I got my phone a little bit better secure, guys, so pan should be ready. Damn it. I turned it down, so you want it to be at medium to high heat right now. It's a little scorching. So, we'll see how this comes out. Sometimes this can be a very hit or miss process. Everybody can't be Gordon Ramsay with the steak. I just try to be Chef Lay. So we're gonna add our olive oil. You want to get it evenly throughout the pan. And then we're just going to take our steak and boom. And normally, because I have my wife and my roommate that I cook for, I try to do both. I try to do 2 at a time, but because this is like super thick, because we got it at Costco, I think it's enough. So I'm doing that. I'm just checking on my rice. My rice is pretty much done. All the water's gone. So looking forward to that. I actually want to cut a piece. Alright, so you see, let me grab my tongs. And so even now, you want to. Now, big thing about cooking steak, you want to think of the inside between your thumb and index finger as rare. You want to think of the area under your thumb as medium, texture-wise, and then you want to think of the area just where your hand and wrist meet as well done. So that's what you're kind of going for as far as what your preference is for cooking meat. And again, this, if I can show y'all, that's the sear I got, and we're gonna go ahead and flip her. I want to say steak's about 10 minutes on each side as far as cooking, but I'm doing things a little differently. I'm doing it Lay's way. So like I said, while I wait for the steak to cook, I'm going to cut a piece of butter off, toss it in my rice just for the hell of it, let it melt, get that butter in there. And then I'm going to cut the pieces off that I'm going to use for the steaks in the Worcestershire. And yeah. Now it's still very, very, very soft. So that tells me the inside is still going to be red. It's a little difficult to cook steak that's run out of its color. When you have like fresh steak, this is all should be a very seamless process. 2 minutes on each side, add your glaze or whatever, and boom. But still, we're doing just fine. I'm going to stir in the rice, this butter to my rice. Alrighty, so we got that taken care of. Now comes the fun part. So the butter, this is what we're going to do. I'll take butter, slide it in there, and we're going to get ourselves a little, shit, I meant to have more butter than that. Use up that butter melt. Let it do what it does, and then we're going to take that and we're going to just kind of throw it on there over the steak, give it a nice little glaze. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. Get that glaze on there. And then we're going to add our Worcestershire. So we add the Worcestershire, give it that juice. And then we're going to flip it One last time. Get that juice on there. Hopefully, so that's pretty sure to just cook. Now we're gonna put it. Alright, now we're gonna put it. Alright. Now, moment of truth time. Moment of truth time. So, that's the steak I just made. And then we are going to take our knife and we're going to check it before I serve it to my wife because she will let a nigga know if it came out right. And I'm hoping and praying that it did. Alrighty, so. So, looks like we got a pretty, damn it. So we got a pretty medium steak. So mission accomplished, guys. I'm gonna go serve this deliciousness to my lovely lady of the evening, and thanks for tuning in. This has been Los Angeles of Havoc. Thanks for tuning in for another cooking scope, and I will see y'all.